everyone, this is Jackie Williams, and in this video I want to introduce you to the 2023 Stampin' Up! In colors. First, I'll start with Boho Blue, and I want to show you how it compares to some of the existing colors. This is Misty Moonlight, and then we have Balmy Blue and Night of Navy. These ones do make a nice color combination. These are actually the colors in the Countryside Inn suite. But also just for comparison, I want to show you Blueberry Bushel, Azure Afternoon, Starry Sky, and Orchid Oasis. So this color does look almost quite purpley next to some of the other ones. I think it's quite a beautiful color. Then I just wanted to share with you some samples. So this is one that I've shared on a previous video. This is using the Country Lane Inn papers, doing a nice quilted background. And this is another one using the Countryside Inn afternoon papers and the embossing folder. And then this sample, I'm using the Cheerful Daisies stamp set, and this is Boho Blue stamped. So the outline of the daisy is stamped full strength, and then the inside of the daisy is stamped off or second generation Boho Blue. It looks quite nice with the old olive and the crushed curry. And then this sample, I've used the brand new It's a Science stamp set. I just thought this one was just so cute and fun. I wanted to make a project with it. And then this card I've used Misty Moonlight, Boho Blue, and Night of Navy, and just created, you can see, a grid background, then colored up my image to match or bring all of those blues together. The next color I want to share is Copper Clay. I quite like this one. It's kind of a coppery, well, obviously coppery orangey brown, and this color is Crushed Curry. This is the new Pecan Pie, Early Espresso, Crumb Cake, and then even this is Petal Pink, and you might not think it matches, but actually there is quite a bit of orange in this color, and so these three I think could go quite nicely together, even with the Early Espresso. But just so you can see how this compares with some of the other ones. For using that color, I've made this sample, and this has got the Moody Mauve and the Boho Blue also in it, but I've mostly brought through the Copper Clay color. So it's a nice kind of earthy color down there at the bottom. And then I've also made this wedding card using the brand new dies called Gorgeous Garden. And I have used Copper Clay here at the bottom, then Cajun Craze, and that Petal Pink. I think that's quite a nice color combination on that die. So it's a different color combination for a wedding card than traditional, but I still think quite beautiful. The next color is the Wild Wheat. And this is the color that a lot of people just really weren't so sure that they liked. So I want to show you how it compares to, this is Crushed Curry. So you can see it's got a lot more brown in it than Crushed Curry. This is Granny Apple Green. There is quite a bit of green in that color too. And then Old Olive. They're not terribly far off. You can see how that's quite a green yellow. And then Crumb Cake, Pecan Pie, and Early Espresso. So there's really nothing in our color range that is like the monochromatic of this color. So instead, for my sample, I've used the textured floral and just chose some colors that I thought went quite well with it. And I've chosen to use Pool Party, Night of Navy, and Old Olive. And this card was inspired by the very talented Vicky Boucher. She posted a card recently in the Color Inspiration Color Challenge group. And so I've just taken her concept and modified it to create something with this color combination. So I think that Wild Wheat actually tones in quite well, that kind of browny yellow color. So even if it's not your favorite color, maybe you wouldn't make a whole card with it or something, I do think that it does have its place The next color I want to share with you is the new Pebbled Path. I was quite excited about this one because this is gray granite. So you can see how it is like the darker version of gray granite. So before I felt like gray granite was kind of all on its own. And then this is smoky slate. You can see that compared to these ones, smoky slate's actually got a lot more blue in it. It's more like silver, whereas these are more of a warm browny, yellowy sort of gray. And then that's basic gray. So these actually are quite different. And then I just brought in crumb cake to just show you how it compares next to a brown. And then for a sample with this, for this card, I've used the new inked and tiled stamp set. I think this one's quite cool. And I've made a card, the kind of that paint chip sort of style, where I've got, this is the Pebbled Path, gray granite, and then smoky slate at the top. And then I've just stamped the flower over them and white embossed that. So it can make a nice monochromatic color combination with the other grays too. And then the last color is Moody Mauve or Mauve. I grew up saying mauve, but I now live in a country where it's mauve. So either way you want to say it. This is how it compares to Blackberry Bliss. So they actually are quite nice companion colors. And then this is the new Bubble Bath. And I also think these look quite nice together because that Bubble Bath does have quite a bit of blue in it. And then we've got Fresh Freesia. But here's how it compares to Highland Heather. So whereas I think these two look okay together, I feel like it's too far, like it's way more purple than the mauve color. And then that's Berry Burst, so a completely different color altogether. But just in case you couldn't quite tell in the book, if you thought they were all quite similar, they're actually not similar at all. Then I have a few samples with the new Moody Mauve color, and this is with Pool Party, just a little accent of that there. And then this one, I have used the mauve color here in the background with the paper, but I've also used it here with the ink. And this is with the Boho blue that we showed on the video. And then that's the Bubble Bath. And then this project here is showing them as layering together. So I've got the Bubble Bath, the Moody Mauve, and the Blackberry Bliss all together. These are the three that I thought looked quite nice together using the Cottage Wreath dies. And then this one that I've shared in a previous video, this was a fun fold video, just used it here on this side. It's a nice color paired with the Pebbled Path for quite a subtle sort of color combination. So there are our 5 brand new in colors and how they work in with the existing colors in the Stampin' Up! Color collection. I have the link below or above this video, depending on your device, to my online shop. If you'd like to have a look at these, I recommend you consider getting the cardstock and the ink pads as a start. Thanks so much for watching me. This is Jackie Williams. Please leave me a comment, share with your friends, and of course subscribe. I'll see you next video. This is Jackie. Bye-bye.